Good afternoon. So, you're looking for the easiest way to make money in 2023. So, these are the 5 side hustles where you can make the easiest amount of money quickly. And some of these that I have actually utilized. So, let's go. So, number 1, sell your stuff, right? I've read these books. Do I still want the books? Yes, actually, these are the books I've chosen not to sell. I love reading books. I hate reading them on electronics. I go to the library, I forget to return them, and now I've got a $10 fine for a book that I could have bought for $4. So I do buy a lot of books, and then I've started selling them on eBay, and I guess it was in Amazon. I started selling them probably right when Amazon came out, when I lived in New York City, and I had this tiny, tiny, tiny apartment, and I had all these great finance books. But as time came up, if I needed to learn how to figure out CAPM, because for whatever reason I forgot what the capital asset pricing model is, I actually would just Google it. So a lot of my finance books that I used in school that I thought I would keep for resources, I actually didn't keep. So a lot of the books you see behind me are either relatively new or books that I enjoyed reading that I wanted to keep. So To Kill a Mockingbird, I've had that forever. I think it was the only book in high school that I enjoyed reading. So number 1 is sell your stuff. I also will say that when we had the triplets and I was a stay-at-home mom, I had a pretty decent Wall Street job, and that income went away. Not only that, I was wearing fleeces and sweatshirts that I could easily watch like all the time. So I actually just started buying, I shouldn't say just starting buying sweaters again. The triplets are now 13, but it took a long time before I started wearing sweaters again because I was so scared to wear a sweater because they get their gooey hands on you. And now you've just, kind of ruined my clothes, or you've made it hard, just a pain. It's a pain in the ass to go to the dry cleaner to get clothes cleaned. So I sold, sweaters, mainly like really fancy shoes. When I was in New York City, it was the whole Sex and the City was on TV, and the Manolos and the Jimmy Choos. Kind of regret it now, selling a lot of those shoes because my back's finally in a good place and I can kind of start dressing up again. Although I really shouldn't wear a lot of high heels, but I sold a lot of stuff on eBay, and some of the stuff I sold for more than I actually paid for, which was nice. So number 1, sell your stuff. Number 2 is rent out a spare room. So in my last video, I talked about Airbnb as a way that, you can rent out a room for $100 a day. If you have, more than a room, obviously you can get more than $100 a day, but it doesn't take much to start earning some money if you rent out a room. Number 3 is offer a service. So there are services in terms of tutoring or, window washing, cleaning. You want to come in and iron. You're a man and you can, I was going to say change light bulbs because I won't change the ones in our kitchen because it's too high up and I'm scared of heights, but I have a husband, so he does it. But, there are things that, you don't have to go to, a gas station or an oil change place if all you need is additional oil in your car, but you don't know how to do it. I mean, you could YouTube it and learn how to do it, or you can go online. So there are 4 different services that I know, or websites that I know of, that you can go to offer a task or even request a task. So one is called TaskRabbit. So again, it's going to match you with, hey, this person wants to I keep thinking of change a light bulb, but for me, it would be change a light bulb if I lived alone, and this person's happy to come to your house and change a light bulb. Probably would be cost prohibitive for me, at least, to have someone just come and change light bulbs. But again, there's obviously unclog a toilet, fix a leaky pipe. You can hire plumbers, but you can also go to TaskRabbit and find someone to do something easier. I wouldn't mind, maybe in the springtime, I'll look at the TaskRabbit for help me garden. I can only do so much before my back goes out. I never know when that is. Sometimes it's the very first time I bend down to put a seed in the soil, and sometimes it's longer. And then there's the 3 other sites that I was going to mention are Fiverr, Fiverr, Freelancer, and Upwork. So those all have to do with copywriting, graphic design, web design, much more technical stuff rather than just TaskRabbit. Number 4 is to participate in focus groups. I mean, I touched upon that on one of my, I think the first video I did about opportunities in 2023. But that's very easy to do. A lot of times you can do it online now, and you can choose which ones to go on. So you're a teacher, you get out at 3. Obviously, you're gonna have some obligations, but maybe you can join a focus group at 4, or you have a day off, or I know nurses and stuff have different schedules, that they might have a day off during the week, or flight attendants. There's a bunch of jobs where you have a little bit more flexibility. And then some focus groups, you don't actually need to be a part of the group while you do it, you just need to participate. So that you might find some that have, oh look, my Diet Coke's in the background. I love Diet Coke. Diet Coke. I'm not sponsored by anybody. I've quit drinking Diet Coke, as you can see. But I was at Dunkin' Donuts and I didn't feel like a coffee. And it makes me feel good. I mean, I know it's addictive. Like, what's healthy about a Diet Coke? I don't know. It makes me happy. I think being happy is a good part of life. And if I don't drink it every single day like I used to, that's good. And, you know, supposedly drinking soda makes you fat. I don't think I wouldn't mind, actually. Anyway, okay, so back to work. So number 5 is house sitting. So I'm going to combine it with pet sitting. We have a woman that we use to pet sit. We pay her $150 a day to pet sit. Now, we require her to spend the night at our house because our dogs get really lonely, and we don't want it tearing them up. And we do have 4 dogs, so I'm sure maybe most pet sitters don't make $150 a day. House sitting, where you have no responsibility of pets, some people pay anywhere from $25 to $75. But if you don't have a whole lot of responsibilities at this point in your life, or you have a husband or a partner that will take care of your kids and your pets, and you can go pet sit and house sit, it's a pretty nice way to make money. You know, we don't go away every month, but I would say this woman probably brings in, you know, $5,000 to $10,000 a year off of us when we go away. And so it's not a bad job or opportunity if you can find that relationship with someone. You know, I don't know if she likes her house. She likes it enough to keep doing it, I guess, or our dogs for that matter. I try to make it as easy as possible. I know she likes Diet Coke, and I usually try to have like some food in there, just, you know, to encourage her. It's been, you know, 5 years now that she's been doing this. We've been working together, and she is a teacher, and she does have that flexibility to, you know, come in the morning. I shouldn't say come in the morning, she's spending the night, but come in the middle of the day if necessary, or come right after school and then be here in the evening. So as a pet sitter, we don't require you to be in the house all day. I would assume if you're house sitting for someone, no one's requiring you to be in the house all day. I don't know that many people that own a house that are sitting in the house all day, except for the years of COVID. But so those are the 5 opportunities for side hustle. I will tell you the quickest way. You need some money and you need it within a week, probably not in a day, is sell stuff on eBay. It should be somewhat desirable stuff. I think books, to me, it's a nice place to go to look for books that have been read and used. And Amazon, you can go to their, you know, offer to sell on Amazon as well. Those are the 2 big ones that'll get you money quickly. But house sitting is probably, in my opinion, the easiest. Pet sitting would be the next easiest, and they're pretty lucrative. And they don't stop you from doing your day job. I mean, they don't interfere with that at all. Focus groups is going to be a little bit more difficult to fit in with your day. And TaskRabbit, you know, that can also be something that you can do when it fits you. I don't know. I haven't tried Fiverr, Freelancer, Upwork, because I don't have any graphic design and web design skills. So I don't know how quickly you can put your resume out there and get feedback. And it probably depends on the time of the year. January is probably a good time because that's when a lot of companies have a new budget that they get to. You know, December budgets are running out, they're running out of money. But January, you have fresh new budgets, fresh new outlook, fresh goals. So I would, if you're interested in that, I would get your stuff up to Fiverr, Fiverr, Freelancer, and Upwork right away. Thanks again for watching my video. I hope you all have a great day. Take care.